All right, everybody, my name is Douglas F. Warrick. I'm going to tell you a story.
Yeah!
So, it's 2 a.m. in Dayton, Ohio. And I am standing in my little DJ booth, staring at a tiny black and white television screen in the worst place in the world, a high-end strip club.
Yeah!
I answered an ad several months before that appeared on Craigslist that said, "Nightclub DJ wanted." Now, nightclub, of course, was being used euphemistically for place where people go to have their souls destroyed. Several months later, here I am. I find myself standing here in this DJ booth, essentially just pushing knobs up and down and occasionally going, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you've got that tip ready. We've got another girl coming out here for her third song. Make sure you've got that tip ready. Come on up to the stage. It's Scarlett." That is what I did for a living, ladies and gentlemen. And the thing that they don't tell you about working in a strip club is that it is the most soul-shattering experience of all time. Because essentially, a strip club is where people go when they don't have anything left. It's true. I went through university considering myself a feminist. And here I am, trying to justify my career choice by highlighting passages from Camille Paglia's The Feminine Mystique. Because Paglia did say that the sex worker was the front line of the feminist movement. Of course, what Paglia did not say was that the front line of the feminist movement would have to deal with entire organizations that are mostly staffed by incredibly rich white men who have all of the money that these women make in their pockets at any given time and own these ridiculous cars and drive into work with these fucking shirts on that have like diamonds in them. Like, that's the... It's... I'm sorry. So here I am, and I'm standing here in my DJ booth, and I get a call on my walkie-talkie from one of the floor managers. The floor managers, of course, are the men in tuxedos who make sure, ostensibly, that none of the customers are being dicks, but really are there to make sure that the women are there when they are supposed to be there and are on stage when they're supposed to be on stage, and essentially treat them like cattle. I get a call on my walkie-talkie that says, "Does anyone own a 2003 Honda Del Sol?" The funny thing about I own a 2003 Honda Del Sol. Roger. Well, there's been an incident. I walk down, someone takes my place in the DJ booth, and I walk down. And I find that this gentleman has rammed his Dodge truck into the driver's side of my little Honda Del Sol. I loved my Honda Del Sol. Oh, I know, I'm the one who's fucking like... This is not the moment that changed my life. This is not a poor me, my car got wrecked story, I promise. I loved my Honda Del Sol. It was teeny tiny, it had 2 fucking seats. You could take the roof off and put it in the trunk and then act like you were a badass as you drove down the highway. He backed into it, pulled forward, and backed into it again. My car was shaped like the letter U. The letter U is not the shape of a car. I don't care what anyone tries to tell you. If the automotive magazines of today are trying to convince you that the car-shaped de rigueur is the letter U, they're wrong. It's not true. It's not good. So I walked outside and I started to talk to this gentleman who ran into my car 2 times. And I said, man, can I please just get your insurance information? We tried to exchange information, and we went inside to let the police know what had happened. And before we could get his insurance information, he drove away. The floor managers are not good at anything, so they didn't keep him there. So fast forward a few weeks, and I'm in court. And his lawyer comes in and he says, yeah, I don't know what the fuck that guy's problem was. He definitely ran into your car and he's definitely at fault. So yeah, he's settling. And I'm like, awesome, fantastic, I win. I walk out into the parking lot and I see this fella, this guy that ran into my car. And he's walking to his car and he has this look in his eyes, this incredibly defeated look. This is the moment of his life where he realizes that nothing he wanted to happen happened. And I flashed back immediately to a couple weeks later. See, at the strip club, they have something called amateur night. Amateur night is essentially a scam to get young women to come in their bikinis to win lots of money and convince them that working at a strip club is fun. And we hired someone who won that amateur night, and her first night there, this poor 18-year-old girl, who was younger than my little sister, comes into the DJ booth and says, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. And I know I'm supposed to toe the party line, because if I don't, I'm gonna get fired, and I depend on this job, because if I don't have this job, I can't pay rent. And I tell her, don't do it then. These fucking guys who own this club are assholes. They exploit you. They use every fucking thing they can about you to make money, and they don't give you much in return. Go home. And she hugged me. I'm sorry. This is not how I expected this to go. She hugged me and she said, thank you, I think I have the strength to do it now. Oh. And I saw that look in her eyes. And that was the look that I saw in his eyes in that courtroom parking lot as he's walking to his car. The popular rhetoric in feminist circles is that the patriarchy hurts men as much as it hurts women. And I think I accepted that academically without accepting it emotionally. I thought, yeah. And I think it became a truth that I understood when I saw this broken man who had nothing in his life but this tool of the patriarchy. And he had that same look in his eyes as that girl who had nothing in her life but that tool of the patriarchy. And I was never the same again.